be May 10th. We are now past the average frost date for my area. So although I got an early start, this would be the time to start getting the seeds in the ground. These ones were in a cold frame. We have some carrots, romaine lettuce, onions, and I actually have a few bok choy that I added in there. All these started early because of the cold frame. Added this one new this year. This is a lemon dream rhododendron. Looks like it's about ready to start blooming. I saw it the other day and it almost looked like it was going to be orange. It was supposed to have a bright yellow flower, lemon yellow colored flower. Right now the one that's most in bloom is my Elsie Lee Azalea. So I would say this is at peak bloom. There are some curled leaves on it, and so I'm a little concerned about that. But before it started blooming, I did spray it with neem oil, and I've been checking the moisture. Seems like it's doing all right, so hopefully it's a healthy plant and will bloom again next year. Speaking of blooms, this purple gem is now just past. Oh, not just past, it's almost completely done. You got maybe one or two flowers still. So you get this one right here and a few in the bottom. For the most part, it is done blooming. So it was the first one that bloomed in my garden, and it's now the first one done. This is actually the second year that I've had, well, at least third year, second spring that I've had this in my garden. Last year it did not bloom. This year it looks like it's going to. So this is Gibraltar Azalea. It should have nice orange blooms, and it's the deciduous Azalea. Going over to my little garden, rock garden. I have my Japanese maples, Acer palmatum, dissectum. I really don't know the variety other than this dissectum. But you see those these feathery leaves, very thin, feathery type leaves. I actually see quite a few of these at the various nurseries and home centers. So I used to think it was unique, and now it looks like it is what everybody seems to have. But it's been a few years, and despite the small height, it does have a pretty substantial trunk. Going back into my woodland area, so I have some redbud trees that are growing as understory trees, and then this is catmint. I have a mixture of Walker's Low or Junior Walker catmint, so I don't know which one is which, but they're very similar. One's a little bit more spread out, I think, than the other. And then I have a bunch of foxgloves that have self-seeded. They're supposed to be biennials, but we'll see if they bloom this year or not. I don't know if they started last year or this year. We've got another redbud here, the second one. And more catmints around the front. Some more foxgloves. And then let's get down here with these. Okay, so this one up front, I think is the Estilbe. They have a couple of those. They come up with some feathery red flowers later on. And in the back you saw the bleeding hearts, which I'll get a little closer to. To see this is actually the most number of hearts I've seen on one. The plant itself has not gotten that big, but quite a few hearts on it, so I'm pretty happy with that. Back outside in my woodland area, this is my butterfly garden. I just added this bloodgood Japanese maple, Acer palmatum. It's a bloodgood variety, so this one is more of an upright and it does not have the feathery leaves. And then if you look around, you'll see all the cone flowers I have planted. They're just starting to come back, and you'll see my pinwheel, or whatever you call those, to try to keep the rabbits away. Has not had much success. Also put a bunch of rabbit repellent and various things just to keep rabbits away. Does not seem to work. We get down here, you'll see what I'm talking about. Actually, about a couple days ago, these were in bloom. These are some phlox. Actually, well, two of them were in bloom. The other ones were still starting, but the rabbits came and ate all the entire plant almost down to the ground. So this plastic fake owl, supposed to keep them away, does not seem to work. And then here the alliums are growing nicely. And you'll see the potted peony I got there. I'm going to probably find a spot to put that in the ground later, but for now, I'm just keeping it there. And this is another type of catmint. That was a cat's pajamas. It's supposed to be a smaller version. And let's go. This is another rhododendron. I planted this last fall. This is a blue baron. Very small leaves and small flowers, but very nice blue, or royal blue, maybe deep purple flowers. So it is just starting to bloom. I'll get a variety of bloom times in the various azaleas and rhododendrons. And then, or hopefully this summer, I got a hydrangea, a macrophylla big leaf hydrangea. Let's Dance Rhythmic Blue. And I think back here, it's kind of nice. You kind of see the flowers starting to pop up, and then I'll go take a look at my bee house I put up. I know some people are scared of bees and bee houses, and these are not for honeybees. These are various types of solitary bees. They live in the nice little cutout bamboo, and sometimes people will drill holes in wood for them, or they'll find their own, leftover insect burrows. And I just added this. This is the President Clematis. So that tree that the bee box is on is a dead tree. It got knocked over in an ice storm, and it goes up about 30 feet and cut off, top's broken off. So we're gonna see if that clematis grows up. All right. You'll see some more destruction from various. These were some English daisies I planted along in front of these three: the Spirea, the Deutzia, and the Weigela. And the rabbits got to most of the flowers already. Don't anticipate them lasting much longer before the rabbits will eat them. And then in the back, I got some grape hyacinths. So rabbits seem to leave those alone, so that's good. Maybe I just need to give up on certain types of flowers. So this is my Dwarf Korean lilac. It's not. I know there's some varieties like Miss Kim or various other varieties. I couldn't find a variety name other than this Korean lilac. So we'll see how it looks when it starts blooming. One of my azaleas that is getting close to being done is a Girard's Fuchsia azalea. Still at the bottom, you get some pretty nice flowers. It's not at this peak anymore, but definitely a unique color, more of a reddish color than the other ones I got. And here, again, speaking of rabbits, this is some lavender, and I was told rabbits don't like to eat lavender. However, right after I planted them, they had eaten back one of them quite a bit, so I put some wire fence around. So hopefully that at least tells them maybe you don't want to eat this. And then asters, these are just come back every year. And then one of my pots, I have a Washington Hawthorne, still doing all right. So I'll see if it makes another winter through. And then just some of my seeds, a lot of butterfly weed I think I have there, and various daisies, and herbs. I think I have some snapdragons and so on. So once those get a little bit bigger, I'll try to find spaces for them, pots for them. This is my catnip. So I have a nice, I added some catnip, and actually when I was at the store I bought some extra ones, and somehow I got a sweet mint mixed in. So not that it's been causing problems. And along the side I have the spilled wine Weigela. Still not blooming yet, but it's getting quite full with leaves. And excited for that. So I think you can see some of these are the lilies coming up through the ground cover there. So excited to see how those look. And then here are my tulips. I just added several petunias to each, throughout. So as the tulips die down, the petunias should fill in and look good for the rest of the year. And here at the end, I have a pot that's got some more tulips, and they were sold as blue tulips, which don't believe anything if they're trying to sell you a blue tulip. I don't think they exist. This is the elderberry. It's laced up. It gets pretty full later in the year. It also has some light pink flowers later. And this is the Legend of the Fall bottle brush. It's pretty small, but even last fall it had quite beautiful autumn colors. Another thing, I don't know if this is the deer or rabbits that ate this crabapple, and it kept this summer this spring it came back, and they kept eating it. So I put some more wire fence around it. Seems like it's gonna have a chance now. Coming to near the end, this is the heath hedge I got. It's still looking quite full of flowers for the most part. A few of them are not doing so great. I think some animals like to dig around them or crawl around them. So then they go to the fence, which kind of irritates the bush. And my last plant is my Illuminati Sparks mock orange. Excited for this one. Hopefully it may not flower this year, but excited for the future. And if you made it all the way here, thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day.